Mangaung Mayor Gregory Nthatisi says investigations into suspected ghost workers in the municipality have revealed the presence of a syndicate defrauding the metro. The cash-strapped municipality first instituted investigations into suspected fraud and corruption through these fictitious employees back in 2021. Nthatisi has received now a preliminary report into the ghost workers, and he joins us for a discussion. Gregory Nthatisi, it's great to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed for coming on. This issue of ghost workers, it's a term that we're hearing more and more now as we see municipalities lose more and more money. Tell us how it first came to light back in 2021.
Yeah, look, with the help of our new HODs, because we have had no HODs for a period of time, we have had an intervention that was busy with the head count, but their time had to come to an end. So the current HODs, as well as our workforce that came forward to give us there is such a problem, we had to look into it and make sure that in our process of head count, we check who's doing what, where, and how. And that's when we discovered that some people have been paid, not doing some work, and others are in other provinces, whereas others are still in jail and they're getting money. They're also getting some overtime, some of the problems that we're trying to bring to an end. So the steps that we have taken is that we are going to, we've started with the process of disciplinary hearing suspension, as well as, inviting the police in order to, to treat this as a criminal case against the Metro's money and the people of Mangaung, whom they are working so hard to make sure that the Metro becomes what it should be.
And how long was this going on for, Gregory? How long were these fictitious employees being paid for?
Like I said, the ensuing investigation, some are more than a year, others are more than 2 years, others we still have to discover. We do not know how deep this is, but we'll know at the end of our financial year. We'll be able to give a full account on what we have uncovered, how many people are arrested, what we have recovered in terms of the monies of the municipality, and what measures we have put in place. It is quite an intense investigation that we engage in, and I promise the people of Mangaung that once we are done with the fully fledged investigation process, we will come back and account. But we are very pleased to say we are on it.
I mean, if the municipality has spent 5 million rand on ghost workers for the month of January 2022, that's certainly what one of the local stations in your province are reporting, Gregory. Does that sound right to you? 5 million rand being spent on 119?
It doesn't sound right because we haven't given figures out. Like I said, this is an ongoing process. We will certainly come up with figures, and these figures will entail the following: how many people, at some point, the damage they've caused, and the radio stations that are now coming with their own stories. We haven't arrived at that. You are so right. When you opened the process, you said, the interview, you said, this is to be known so that it must not come as a surprise to our people. They must know that we are on it and we are going to make sure that we leave no stone unturned.
Yeah. And outside of finding out exactly those numbers that you just talk about, how many people, how much money has been lost, I suppose it also means that you're going to look at your own systems that are in place, right? Because how can we be paying people who are not rendering a service to the municipality?
Indeed, we have just emerged out of a process of financial recovery plan. And like I said, we have also hired HODs and managers. Their immediate task is to make sure that they now put systems in place. It should not be a secret that Mangaung, as a metro, had its own hiccups. Hence, the intervention had to come from national. And emerging out of that intervention, we are now beginning to make the stride to make sure that the metro becomes what it should be. And amongst other things, is to ensure that our systems are sound, are in keeping, and are inside the discipline of the Municipal Financial Act.
I see from some of the information that I have here in front of me that, some of these ghost workers include former ward councillors, people who are essentially politically affiliated, Gregory. Does part of your investigation also cover whether this could be an inside job? What I'm asking is, could people who are already working in the municipality have facilitated the payment of these ghost workers?
Look, let me put it this way. The syndicate that we are working to discover and uncover, it's a syndicate of individuals and collective that certainly would involve political guidance or political leadership as well as administrative leadership. If our investigation is going to take us to a point where there was serious political interference and overreach, we are not going to stop just at workers. We are going to stop at the syndicate itself. Who does it bring in? Where does that person come from? And what is the benefit that person enjoys? And what steps we must take in terms of disciplinary measures as well as a criminal action that must be taken upon them. We certainly are going to leave no stone unturned.
And then, of course, there's the issue of whether we can recover the money, Gregory, in a context where your metro municipality is already struggling with service delivery.
The hawks into it, the asset forfeitures, SIU, we really shall have to recover municipal money. In whichever way that money will be recovered, of Mangaung. And that money must be redirected towards servicing the people of Mangaung in terms of the services they need on the ground. We are a struggling municipality. We cannot afford people that would come and dip their hands into the cookie jar and undermine the services that must go to the people. The current government is keen and determined to make sure that we get to clean our environment as well as our systems.
Gregory Nthatisi, let me thank you for your time this afternoon. The mayor of Mangaung, they're talking to us about investigations into so-called shadow or ghost workers being paid for quite a long period of time. Just how much money was lost to the municipality and how much service delivery could have been rendered. Investigations are still continuing.